Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. We're very excited to be presenting RedHill. RedHill is an inflection point in our company's history. A lot to talk about. Because of the shortened format, I'll be focusing on a couple key programs and, of course, our commercial operations. I will mention as an overview opaganib and our recent clinical data. We'll be talking about that later, where we showed complete inhibition of replication of the virus COVID-19. We think this is a major development in the COVID-19 pandemic. We'll be talking about that and a very important milestone for the company. This is on top of the very fast progress we're making with our clinical studies, our parallel U.S. phase 2 study and our global phase 2/3 study. We expect near-term fourth quarter data readouts from those studies and potential emergency use authorization submissions. So very, very exciting, quick progress that we're making with opaganib, and we'll also share some of the exciting data that we have with opamstat as well, our second program for COVID-19. In addition, we'll talk about our commercial operations. Movantik and Talicia are growing, and we believe we're on our way to becoming a leading specialty pharma company in the States. Forward-looking statements. We will be making forward-looking statements, so please see our filings for full disclosure of our risks. So again, corporate highlights for those of you new to the story. We're emerging U.S. specialty company. NASDAQ ticker is RDHL. Our primary focus is gastrointestinal disease and also infectious disease. We're unique in that we have both a full commercial operation based in our headquarters in Raleigh, North Carolina, promoting these three products you see at the bottom of the slide: Movantik for opioid-induced constipation, or OIC, Talicia for H.pylori infection, and Aemcolo for traveler's diarrhea. In addition, we have a full pipeline of phase 3 and phase 2 programs that we're very excited about, including opaganib, the product that I mentioned before, for COVID-19 that we just had our press release about regarding our preclinical data. This is the full snapshot of the company. Again, those three commercial products that we're promoting at the top, our full development pipeline at the bottom. You see RHB 204 for NTM infections, RHB 104 for Crohn's disease, RHB 102 for gastroenteritis and IBS-D, RHB 106, our bowel cleanse program, and of course our two shots on goal, two program COVID-19 drugs, opaganib and RHB 107, opamstat as well. Opamstat in particular, we also recently generated very good inhibition results for this novel molecule. It has a couple of attractive features. The human database is very large with over 300 patients in 10 studies, so we have a good sense of the safety and tolerability profile. And we're targeting a very large outpatient market. We'll be initiating a phase 2/3 study in Q4. So in summary, on the COVID-19 side, we have two phase 2/3 stage novel and orally administered molecules, and both of them we announced recently some very exciting preclinical in vitro data. This is kind of where we started and where we're going to. We started being a small R&D company, grew to having a small commercial presence, and now where you see us in the middle here with Aemcolo, Talicia, and Movantik, a sales force of 100 reps, 30 field support professionals, headquarters in Raleigh, North Carolina, with some of most seasoned executives leading this, including Salix and other companies. And where we're growing to the future of being a leading U.S. specialty pharmaceutical company. We'll be growing both organically and inorganically, organically from our pipeline that you see here, and inorganically from additional acquisitions that we may do, such as what we did with AstraZeneca and Movantik. This is our financial highlights slide. You can see our cash balance of $56 million. It's important to emphasize that the Cosmo deal, we just announced the term sheet. Once it closes, it brings us over $15 million in potential non-dilutive financing this year. So it includes the $12 million expected upfront, plus another $3 million in milestones. So we try to keep a healthy cash balance, and we keep an eye on that all the time, as well as trying to keep financial discipline. So going again back to opaganib, it's important for me again to emphasize the unique dual mechanism of action. So this is a SK2 inhibitor that works both as an anti-inflammatory and also antiviral mechanism. So that's very important. In addition, again, to emphasize the advanced stage of this program, we're doing parallel U.S. phase 2 study as well as a global phase 2/3 study. Just as a reminder, this is a product that was originally developed in oncology indications, and we're continuing to do that. And all of that work has given us a pretty good sense both for the safety and tolerability profile of the product, and also given the extensive amount of preclinical work that was done by our partner Apogee, a good sense for some of the anti-inflammatory and antiviral work that is there. And this is, of course, the very important and remarkable potent activity that we showed in a virus replication model. In the COVID-19 model, we see very exciting, you can see at the doses of a 110, basically no virus. So we demonstrated complete inhibition of viral replication, and that's after 3 days of incubation. That's very, very exciting. And also, we demonstrated a favorable potent activity compared to remdesivir. So that's very important. And that was, again, remdesivir data that we generated, not a literature reference or something like that. And of course, just to mention, it also comes on top of compassionate use data that we've generated in humans, where we had 6 patients, all of them hospitalized and requiring oxygen. And after treatment with opaganib, they were all weaned off oxygen and were able to be released from the hospital. And all of them had some other additional positive markers. So where are we? We're in an ongoing phase 2/3 study and an ongoing U.S. phase 2 study. The U.S. phase 2 study is over 50% enrolled, so we're making very nice progress there. Coming back to the commercial operations, I mentioned we have a large team supporting, a large specialized team supporting these 3 commercial products. Movantik, first of all, which was launched by AstraZeneca. We acquired it from AstraZeneca in April. They spent several years launching this product, turning it into the leading drug of its class, and generating last year $96 million in net sales. So they've done a great job bringing it to become a market leader, and now it's our product, and we will be taking the baton and driving it forward with our sales force. Talicia, this is a product for H. pylori infection. For those of you not familiar, this is a carcinogen. It's a bacterial infection that causes gastric cancer and also peptic ulcer disease. Huge prevalence, 35% of the population, with a standard of care that fails in approximately 25 to 40% of the patients. So there's a huge unmet medical need. Both WHO and FDA have highlighted that unmet medical need, and we've launched Talicia, a new product that overcomes the problem of resistance to approximately 25,000 physicians and healthcare providers in the United States. Again, clear differentiation of this product. We're very excited to be launching it and making it the new standard of care. I'll skip over Aemcolo. This is a product for traveler's diarrhea, of course, because of the traveling being on virtual shutdown. This is a product that will be more relevant in 2021, we believe. And lastly, I'll be talking about RHB204 for NTM. NTM infections is a difficult to treat infection with no FDA-approved first-line standard of care. And that's very important, because if we're approved, this will be, of course, a critical drug for this important disease. So we have a product that we've developed. It's a combination of 3 antibiotics, and we have a phase 3 study planned in Q3 of 2020. This is a little bit of a background of the study. The FDA has cleared us to go with a phase 3 clinical study. So I've talked very quickly through this presentation. We have a lot going on for 10 minutes, but again, to emphasize, we have opaganib, which is our drug for COVID-19, one of 2 drugs. It's shown complete inhibition of replication, and we are currently in parallel U.S. phase 2 study and a global phase 2/3 study. We're very excited about potential near-term Q4 data readouts. And on the commercial side of things, Movantik and Talicia are growing, and we believe we're on our way to become a leading specialty pharma company. So again, thank you for listening and for putting up with my very, very quick talking as I try to get through so much that we have going on in the company in such a short period of time. And we'll be happy to field questions through our website or set up additional investor calls for those who are interested. Thank you again.